My dear friends, I'm sitting here studying a thought from the Rebbe, and I felt I have to share it. It's a famous thought, but it's so powerful and so practical, and it has to do with this week's Torah portion. This week's Torah portion is Noah. Talk about the flood. God told Noah to build an ark. Every aspect in Torah, every story in Torah is there to teach us something. And every story has many layers of interpretation and understanding and explanation. And here's a Hasidic insight that the Rebbe is sharing with us. This insight originates from the Baal Shem Tov. He says as follows: what happened by the flood? There were many waters. There was a tremendous flood which engulfed the entire world, overwhelmed everybody and everything. And only a small family survived because they were in the Teva. They were in the ark, which rose above the waters, rose above the flood. And the Baal Shem Tov explains as follows. He says the many waters, which the flood is referred to as many waters, Mayim Rabim. The many waters on a metaphoric level refer to the many anxieties and the many worries that we have in this world. Every day we have all these concerns, whether it's we're trying to make a living, the daily concerns of within our home, within our family, amongst our friends, in our business. We're trying to get that deal, and we're not just we don't just go about it in a calm fashion. At least not most of us. We're worried, we're concerned, we're anxious. We need to get this done. We need, every deal is important, every acquaintance, every like on Facebook, and we have the many worries, the Mayim Rabim. And what these Mayim Rabim can do, what these many waters are very capable of doing, is they can overwhelm us. And we can get lost in these concerns, in these anxieties. And then we lose ourselves. And that becomes life. Life is just about, making it through the day, dealing with those worries, and trying to accomplish those things which I feel are so important for life. And this will literally make it or break it. So how do you survive? How do we make sure that that doesn't happen? How do we make sure that we can rise above those anxieties, rise above those concerns, and so that we can live in this world and accomplish what we need to accomplish, but in a way that it doesn't, overwhelm us, in a way that we can remain ourselves with perspective, with meaning, with calm. So this, the Baal Shem Tov says, God instructs Noah and instructs every Jew, Bo el ha-teva, enter the ark. The word teva, in addition to meaning ark, literally means word. God is telling us, enter the words of Torah and prayer. If you want to survive in this world and thrive so that the world doesn't overwhelm us, enter the words of Torah and prayer. Set times every day to study Torah. Set times every day to pray. And what that accomplishes is that it helps us, that we can go into the world afterwards and not be overwhelmed by the many waters. And the way it works is, it's not just like you go on vacation or we do exercise, which are both important things, which help us because we go out and for a few moments or a few weeks or a few days, we can forget about everything. And it helps us calm down, which is fantastic. But this is even deeper. What this does is you go in for a few moments, you sit down, and you study Torah, or you pray. And what that does, it gives us perspective. It gives us a way of understanding things. It explains to us and it helps us understand that the world is much bigger than this worry and this concern, however great and important it may be. But there's a much greater, there's a broader purpose out there, which we are a part of. And our life has tremendous meaning. And our experiences and our acquaintances and everything that we do, our decisions, and the people we come in contact with, and our day-to-day activities are very meaningful and important for something that's even greater than ourselves. And it's a tremendous perspective. And then when we go out into the world, we take that perspective with us, and it helps us. We remain in the teva at all times. We remain afloat so that the waters don't overwhelm us because we know that we're really above that. Our life has meaning that supersedes all these anxieties and all these concerns and all these worries. And the reason why this is so meaningful to me is because, I experienced this myself. Life is so busy for all of us. And then we do what we need to do. We exercise, we do those vacations, which are really important. But then, when you sit down to study some Talmud, you open the book, or Chassidus, or Torah, whatever it may be, or you pray, And what opens up is a new world. It's a world of calm. It's a world of truth. It's a world of reality. It's a world of perspective. And it's not just that we get away from the other things for a few moments, but now, wow, this is just true peace, true perspective, and true calm. It's a world where you wish you can be all day. And then you take that and you bring it out into, throughout the day, and every aspect of the day is different. So God is instructing us in this week's Torah portion, Bo ala teva, enter the ark, enter the words of Torah and prayer, so that it can transform our lives, that our lives are always within the ark, so that we can deal with the world, but the mayim rabim, the many waters, the many concerns, don't overwhelm us. Shabbat shalom.